Hi there, everyone. This is Alistair Grant here. I'm the course tutor for the Cambridge Delta 1 teacher training course at International House in Montevideo. And this video is to tell you a little bit about the course, the content, and how it is structured. So I'm going to share my presentation with you now. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about what Delta is. And Delta is probably, it says here, one of the best known TEFL qualifications in the world. As far as I'm concerned, I think it is the best known, definitely. And the idea is that if you've got a couple of years experience at least, then Delta is an ideal way of improving your practice and progressing in your career as well. And it's all about developing and understanding your knowledge of the principles and practice of English language teaching. This is one of the things it gave me that helped me so much in my teaching, is examining your beliefs and your practice as a teacher. And it will also help you look at teaching in different contexts and very, very significantly help you to develop your career and apply for more senior roles. So why does Delta help so much with this? A few years ago, Ofqual, which, as you can see here, it's the exams regulator of the UK government, confirmed that Delta rated as at the same level as a master's degree in the European Union. It's a level 7 on the UK government's qualification and credit framework, and it is still the only English language teaching diploma included at that level. And this is, as you know, module 1 of that course. How is the course delivery going to be? So it's a mixture of Zoom sessions, Zoom classes, I should say, and tutorials. The classes will be in this very Zoom room that I'm speaking to you from now. The idea is that it's not a webinar. It's like a class. In fact, it is a class, except it's online. So it's all about your participation. It's all about you saying, what you want to say, asking questions, and going backwards and forwards like that. It's not just a webinar, certainly not. And we will also be having tutorials as well. The idea of the tutorials is that you're not alone with the content of the course. And I want to make sure that you have as much support as possible. So more or less once a month, what we will be doing is I will be talking to you on a one-to-one basis. You can ask me any questions you want to there. The resources will be in a Google Classroom. Now, when I say the resources, I mean all of them. So this is study materials, guidelines for the exam. There's extra practice areas there as well. All of that will be there in the Google Classroom. And that's extremely important for you to know, because I will be populating that Google Classroom month on month with more topics and more materials. So it's going to be your go-to resource for our course. The areas of study we're going to have a quick look at now. So we will be looking at grammar, vocabulary. We will be looking at reading and listening, all the different sub-skills involved in those, and speaking and writing. And we will also be looking at phonology, approaches and methodologies, resources and materials, why it is that such things seem to be so successful with some students in class and not with others, and how to develop them and adapt them as well. We'll be looking at language acquisition, so where all this started from, as in pre-approaches and methodologies, how we acquire these, how we acquire language, where these abilities come from. Also, we'll be looking at testing and assessment, how to build better tests for your students. So all of these will be, this information will be emailed to you. If you haven't got the email already, it will be in the form of a dossier that International House Montevideo have got together. And this is a couple of points that I just wanted to mention about some of the topics. So with grammar, for example, we'll be looking at why it is we say I before E except after C, when actually that doesn't seem to be the case, such as in the word weird. We will be looking in our vocabulary topic about why it is we say salt and pepper, and we don't say pepper and salt. There is a good reason for that. And we'll also be talking about why it is that we and our students mishear certain things in songs. We say sweet dreams, we hear sweet dreams are made of cheese, whereas Annie Lennox sings sweet dreams are made of this. Why that happens and how to help our students with those issues. As regards speaking, we will see why it is that there is such a difference between a piece of scripted speaking and a real piece of conversational analysis. With phonology, we will be asking the question and exploring why it is that there can be 9 different realizations of the suffix OUGH in the English language. So one of the final things that I wanted to say, how our students feel before they sit for their ESOL exams. Certainly, in my case, when I used to sit for exams, I was a little bit like this. And what I want to make sure of, just like we do with our students, I want to make sure of this for you, is that you know that there is someone, in this case me, who is there for you. And I'm going to make sure that you're supported every step of the way. You're not on your own with this course. It is a challenging course, and in my personal experience, it is one of the best professional development courses I've done. I would actually say it is the best that I have done. And I know that I'm not alone in feeling like that as well. I'll tell you about someone who is in a second. What Delta means to me, this is a lovely photo that I was sent by some students of mine a couple of years back now, when they sat and all of them passed their Delta 1 exam. In fact, as I remember it rightly, there were 2 passes and there was 1 merit and there were 2 distinctions on that course. All the students from International House Montevideo will get a certificate of course completion, because there will be some people who want to do the exam, some people who maybe don't want to do the Cambridge exam. Nonetheless, you will get, as I say, once a minimum amount of work has been done, a certificate of course completion. Gerardo Velasa from the Anglo has said that Delta helps one become aware of strengths and weaknesses. He says, I think that Delta has been the most inspiring teaching qualification that I've taken, and it's been the one that has opened more doors. And I certainly would agree with him. So what's next? Well, like I mentioned earlier on, once you enroll, you will get access to the Google Classroom that I told you about before. You will also get a pre-course task and reading. And we start our first session very, very soon on Saturday, the 10th of April. So I really hope to see you all then. Please, if you've got any questions, do email us and we will obviously help you with whatever else you need to know. And like I say, hope to see you all there on Saturday, the 10th of April. Okay, bye for now.